Hi students. Further, let us continue the myths of entrepreneur. So far, we have completed no the two modules, and the last module was about three the major no the myths about education, and second money, and third one idea. Are they really required to become entrepreneur? Right? So these are all, some extent helps, but it is not compulsory, right? So further in this direction, let us progress to discuss the second the set of minds. In this module, we are going to understand the myths about the risk takers, innovators, and mercurial individualistic of the person. So these are the three which we are going to discuss in this model, right? Myth 4, it is something related to entrepreneurs are huge risk takers. Do they really take the huge risk? The risk is there, but how much risk is there? That no, the quantum of risk depends on the person, right? Who is actually pursuing entrepreneurship. And the myth 5 is related to entrepreneurs supposed to be the major innovators. So they have to innovate so much, and then they must be different from others, something like that. So the myth 6 is something entrepreneurs are mercurial individualistic. So are they really that type of people? We are just going to understand with the support of few slides. If you look at the fourth myth, the risk, to dare to embark on an entrepreneurial venture, one need to take a huge risk. So the biggest risk no, one can the take is not take any no take anyone. So something related to this one. The biggest risk is not taking any kind of the risk. That is the biggest risk, right? So that means what you can see that the risk is there, and we can't say that risk is not there in the entrepreneurship. But no, the risk is depends on how you plan your business, and how you just execute your work, and how you deal with your market and customers, and then understanding time to time and taking the right decisions, and that is going to avoid your risk, or even keep you in the right track, and then avoid any kind of unexpected things in your business. In that way, risk is manageable. So the managing risk are no, not able to manage the risk. It depends on the person. Of course, there are certain the factors which are not beyond our the control in that situation. So the risk is there. So that is one issue about the myth. Further, if you just look at the next the fifth myth is something related to one has to be very innovator, and then the creative. So of course it helps the genuine genuineness of the entrepreneur in terms of originality, because of the innovation is there, and at the same time you can see that innovation alone is the risky and then challenging also. You have to create a customer need from the scratch. So at the same time, you have to present the solutions without evidences they will work. So in that way, you can see that the innovation has its own role, but at the same time, your the common sense, and then civic sense, and the logic in dealing and handling the various issues, that also matters a lot. In that context, you can see that it is vital to have a major innovation to embark on an entrepreneurial ventures. So that is required, but that is not so scary, or something. If we are not innovators, we can't become entrepreneurs. That is not required. And once you just start your venture, and then involve in various activities, automatically your mind works, and then you can become innovator or a creator in your business activities. Right. And further, if you look at the sixth the myth, that is mercurial individuals. In the sense, it is something related to a kind of the person who is described as someone whose the moods or behavior is changeable, and then unpredictable, or someone who is even forever is a different, and then quickly the changes from the one point to another point. So in that way, you can see that the entrepreneurs are not that much mercurial individualistics, and they are realistic, and then they just work on the reality, and because they the business depends on the real situation only. It is not imagination. So the prediction is there, but the prediction also works become real. So when your decisions are close to the reality. So in that way, you can see that the entrepreneurs are so the straightforward, and then they work for the the business, and then customer satisfaction, and then they can make a kind of the balance in all these aspects to create wealth for the nations. So that is what all about the second the phase of the myths of entrepreneurs. Right. With this, let me stop here, and looking forward to meet you in the video 22. Thank you very much.